Hey, what's going on, everyone? Jake here with this week's episode of What's New at Tackle Warehouse. It's getting cold out there. Hopefully you're getting out on the lake, getting some fishing in. It's awesome. Best time to go out there and catch big ones. You know, all the wakeboarders and jet skiers are gone, so the anglers got the whole lake to themselves right now. So, got a few swim baits to start off with. This first one here is the new Defiant 232 swim bait. They also have it in a smaller version as well, but they both have the same hook system on it. This is a really cool, innovative swim bait. It's a line through, and it gives you the option of running the line through to these top hooks here, or you can run it through the bottom if you want to run a treble hook, or just run your bait higher up in the water column and run a bottom hook. What's super unique about this bait, it's got this double top hook system in here. So when a fish bites it, these two hooks actually slide out, and then you have a line through bait. It's almost impossible for fish to throw the hooks once you get them hooked and this bait slides up the line. They lose all the leverage. They can't twist and torque and use the weight of this lure against you. And then you have two top hooks on there, so you're going to catch a lot more fish. You're going to land way more fish than most swim baits that have a fixed top hook on it. So definitely want to check this one out from Defiant Swimbaits. All right, next up, we got a bunch of new stuff from ABT Lures. So this first one here is our Homicide Glide. So not necessarily a new glide bait, but we used to carry this only in the extreme wrap versions. Now we got them in the airbrush colors as well. So they're a little bit more affordable, but still great, awesome design as ABT always puts out. So the Homicide Glide, as you can see, what's unique about this is it's a glide bait, but it's got 3 hooks on it. So it's got these hook pockets on the bottom, so the hooks aren't hanging down. They're tucked up, nice against the body, and then, with a head, a belly, and a tail hook on there, you just hook a lot more fish on a glide bait, because a lot of times they come up, they hit them on the head, big spotted bass come up and just strike the tail. So, some of those fish that can't eat a whole 10-inch bait like this, and they come up and try to slap at it, they'll get a hook in them. So just a great bait there by ABT Lures. The next two we got, same thing. So we got the Suicide Gill, and then we got the Suicide Shad. These are 2 lures as well that we carried in the extreme matte versions, and now we just got custom airbrush colors as well. So awesome bluegill profile, and then we got that big shad profile. This one's my favorite, and it just looks like you could take it to any lake and any size fish will eat this thing. All the ABT lures come standard with must-add triple grip hooks on there, so great hardware, stainless steel split rings, everything's heavy duty, ready to go right out of the box. All right, next up from Imakatsu, we got another big bait. This one here is their Replicator Swimbait. This is one of the coolest swim baits I've seen in a long time because of all the accessories it comes with and all the different things you can do with it. So as you can see, it's got 2 joints in it, and then so you get that nice swimming action out of it. But other things you can do with it, it comes with a flat tail, and then it also comes with a thumper tail. So you can interchange the tails to get it to do wide gliding action, to kind of an erratic swimming action, and change the buoyancy of the bait. So you can do a ton of different things with this bait. And then another cool thing they've added in there are these buffalo horn hooks. So these, you attach them on the bottom hook hanger here with the split ring provided. And then the hooks go into these little channel slots that are molded, or they're cut right into the body. So remove your treble hooks, and you can put those hooks on there that are actually flush with the body and stick out. So just a different hook design. If you're going over things and you don't want the trebles hanging below, or fish are hook shy and just shying away from it because of the shine of the treble hooks, there's just a bunch of different options Imakatsu's giving you there. Next up from Imakatsu, we got the new flathead curly tail creature bait. A really cool creature bait. It's like an oversized single tail grub. What I like about it is this big wide profile. It's more like a bluegill. You can fish this on a bunch of different rigs. You can fish it weightless. It's got enough salt and heavy plastic enough. You can fish it weightless. You can throw it on a Texas rig. You can put it on a jig. You can even throw it on a buzzbait if you wanted to. Just a big profile. Really soft plastic. It's loaded with salt and scent. It's got these little appendages on the side, so you get that nice secondary action, and that big curly tail. So it just swims right through the grass, and fish can't stand these things, especially around their beds and stuff. They think the bluegills are coming in. This is going to be one to have in the box. All right, got a bunch of terminal stuff for you here. So the first one here is a new VMC slider weight. So this is just it's a tungsten slider weight. So if you guys do Carolina rigging, split shotting, mojo rigging, it's definitely one you want to throw in your arsenal. It's just a lot better. If you guys aren't using lead weights, these are much better than lead weights. They're more sensitive. You can feel a lot of what you're coming into contact with on the bottom. And we carry them everything from an 1/8 ounce all the way to an ounce. So you want to do some finesse fishing with a small worm, you know, all the way up to an ounce, you know, big Carolina rig, a 4-foot leader and 12-inch worm, you can do that as well. So we've got all the sizes you need. All right, from Trokar, we got the new Trokar Pro V Finesse weedless head. So the Trokar, it's a tungsten head as well. The Trokar Pro V head came out a few months ago, or we got the first batch a few months ago. Now we got the weedless version. So great for the Ned rig. Got that mushroom style head design on there, but also got a fully braided wire weed guard on there. So if you like to throw Ned rigs, you want to throw them in a little bit heavier cover around grass and stick ups and stuff like that, definitely want to get the weedless version. Just going to prevent a lot more snags. All right, from Dirty Jigs, we got 3 new Shakey heads. So we got their Finesse stand-up head, and then we have 2 Horseshoe heads. So we have their Horseshoe head, and then we have the Magnum Horseshoe head. All of them come with Imakatsu hooks on them. Got the screw locks on there, so really easy to rig up a Shakey head. Keeps everything perfectly straight. Go through a lot less plastics with the screw lock. With the Horseshoe heads, as you can see on the bottom, it kind of has a horseshoe shape to it and kind of a concave area that actually makes it stand up and keeps your bait perfectly perpendicular, you know, standing straight up at all times on the bottom. Keeps your lure in the right presentation, tempt those wary fish to bite. You know, wintertime, one of the hardest times to trigger bites when the water's really cold, you really got to slow down and finesse them. This is going to be one you want to have for the wintertime. To go along with all that stuff, got some new Robo Worm colors. I know everyone's stoked about some new Robo colors. So the first one we have here, my favorite out of the batch, is new Green Pumpkin Amber. And then we have a Prism Perch, nice green, brighter green color. We got Aaron's Blue Smelt. This is bright green with a nice blue line in there. And then we have a new Breaking Dawn color. So just a little bit different variation from regular old Morning Dawn. We got these colors in the fat straight tail, the straight tail, the Ned worm, and the alive shad. So a bunch of the baits in the Robo line got all these new colors in. Gonna want to check those out. All right, last up, we got a bunch of stuff from Rite Hite. So Rite Hite boat products. This first one here is the boat tie up. So it's so these are for tying your boat up to docks. You know, standing trees if you want to out in the middle of the lake, or just tying up to other boats. So what this does is when you use it to tie up to the dock, it keeps your boat, you know, positioned away from the dock, so you're not, if wakes are coming by, your boat's not slamming into the docks. Keeps it in a, you know, a safe distance away, and then you're not having to mess around with, you know, dock lines and things like that. You know, small. This is the 15-inch size. They have them in 30-inch size too if you want the longer version. Just a nice little accessory to keep in the boat, and then, you know, just protect the outside of your boat as well. All right, then we also got a couple lock accessories. We got a new lock for your spare tire, and then a lock for your trailer hitch. So I believe the trailer hitch is $12.99. I believe this one is $12.99 as well. So inexpensive things to buy. You know, prevent people from, you know, stealing your stuff when you're out on the lake. Just something you don't want to encounter, and protect it for, you know, not that much money, a couple bucks. And then last thing we got here from Rite Hite is a new motor holder, and it comes with the steering clips as well to keep the boat from the motor from turning side to side. I believe it only comes in at $29.99. Just something you need to have on your boat to, you know, when you're traveling. Put this down is to protect all the trim, the hydraulic equipment, and your trim hydraulics and stuff. Keep your boat and your motor stabilized. Just overall going to increase the lifespan of your boat and just keep it from wear and tear while you're traveling. All right, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of What's New at Tackle Warehouse. For more information or to purchase products seen here today, make sure to click shop or the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this week's video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, let us know in the comments which one of these products you're most pumped about.